In this video, I'm going to be analyzing a game that I played, Yashmonash, as white in the Ruy Lopez. I begin with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, the Ruy Lopez or the Spanish opening. My opponent plays d6, the Steinitz variation, and I play c3, preparing d4. After bishop d7, blocking the pin, I play d4, and after take, I take back with the c pawn, having this very nice two central pawns. After bishop g4, obviously there is no attack on my d4 pawn since the knight is pinned, but just to support my center in case to not trade my light squared bishop, I played bishop e3, and my opponent went back to d7, so I played knight c3 developing, a6, bishop a4, b5, and I could go to b3 to target the f7 pawn, but I went back to c2 instead to defend my e4 pawn. After bishop e7, I castled, knight f6, a4, trying to instigate an attack the queen side. After b4, I played knight e2 to rotate to g3, and after a5 defending the b4 pawn, I put my knight on the g3 square. Okay, castles and h3 to prevent anything such as the knight and the bishop from coming to g4, and also creating a luft for my king to go on h2 in case I have any back rank problems in the future. d5, e5, knight e8, only move. Then I played queen d3, threatening a checkmate on h7, g6 blocking the mate, and bishop h6 attacking the rook. Knight g7, only move to defend the rook, and here I play knight h2, trying to reroute my knight, such as to g4. f5, instantly after playing f5, my opponent weakened the d5 square and that diagonal, so I instantly played bishop b3. Then he defended bishop e6, knight e2. Now, he offers a trade of bishops with bishop g5, which is a mistake because after taking, I can play rook c1, and since he moved his bishop to e6, the knight is not defended. After knight e7, I can just take the free pawn, and after f4, I can attack his queen with knight f3, and he doesn't have many squares to go to. He plays bishop f5, attacking my queen, and I moved it back one square to d2. He played queen h5, and now I just take the free knight. He takes bishop h3, and instead of taking back, which makes my knight on f3 unprotected and leads to some kingside attack and maybe a perpetual, I did not take his bishop, and instead I took on d5, forking the king and the rook. After king h8, I still didn't take the rook. I took on f4 with my knight, forking the queen and the bishop. After queen f5, I just took his bishop on h3. He put his rook on d8. Then I play queen h6, threatening a mate on g7. He defends with rook g8, but then loses this rook, brings his other rook to defend, but now there's no mate, cannot be prevented, it cannot be stopped. I play knight h g5, threatening a checkmate with my queen on h7. He plays queen h3, and I just take with the pawn here. He plays knight h5, and mate is unstoppable. I can mate three different ways. I can mate with the queen on h7, with the rook on h7, but I choose to do it with the knight. Play knight f7, checkmate. Thank you for watching, and please follow for more game analysis. Thank you.